Okay, Monk. All right, this is the guy we have not seen anything from, so Monk will be very interesting, actually. Do you know what? I do like the vibe of this Monk. I like the idea of a good Monk versus a bad Monk, but don't get the bad Monk looks way cooler in terms of what he can do. But I do like the idea of a good... If I could choose between an evil Monk or a good Monk, I'd rather be a good Monk. Okay, gain 1 Spirit for every 6 energy shield on your equipped body armor. Gain 1 Spirit for every 15 evasion rating on your equipped body armor. Well, we don't know what defense's armor gives us. How big could that be? Let's think here. PoE. You can get like a 4,000 evasion chest. Divide by 15. 266 spirit. So you're getting like 2 to 3 auras for free. Okay, start off. That seems pretty strong. 2 to 3 auras for free. It's pretty potent. Evasion rating also grants... What the fuck is that, bro? Huh? Well, how much? What? Wait, what? Wait, if you have like what, 50% evasion rating, you just get 50% physical DR. That's not saying from hits as well, bro. What the fuck? Evasion rating equals PDR. I mean, holy fuck. This is very strong, and that's like giga strong, like 1, 2, so you can go 2. I mean, that is just broken. That's the most broken one we've seen. Who cares if it's less evasion rating, dog? Physical damage is like some of the rippiest shit in the game. Okay, so I'll explain to you why it's broken. Do you want to know why it's broken? Okay, so fire damage, chaos damage, cold damage, lightning damage. These can all be reduced by a percentage. Okay? They can all be reduced by a percentage. Physical damage, generally speaking, most of your PDR comes from armor. Armor is not a percentage damage reduction. It's a calculation where if you take a little hit, you get more value. If you take a big hit, you get less value. There is a stat called PDR, which is built multiple characters around. Yes, from Endurance Shadows. Guess what? Endurance Shadows don't give PDR anymore in PoE. On top of that, I'm processing. My brain's just it's unlocked. On top of that, PDR is one of the rarest stats in the game. This literally allows you to go full evasion, and it gives you the best physical survivability in the game. I mean, I have not looked at the Warrior stat. Maybe the Warrior has an even more broken stat. This is like armor gives you percent. I haven't seen. If you spoil, by the way, you're permanently banned. From what this is like the best physical DR we've seen. I mean, this is broken, bro. Like, you will definitely get to 50% evasion rating, right? Well, if the game is anything like PoE1, you will definitely get to 50% evasion rating. Okay, 50% physical damage reduction, bro, is insanity. That's insanity. That's crazy. 50% PDR is insanity. That's like 10k armor? No, bro. That's not like 10k armor. 10k armor does fucking nothing, bro. 10k armor does nothing versus a one-shot. 10k armor is shit. 10k armor versus a big hit is like fucking 10% damage reduction or something. What are you talking about, you idiot? No, but you don't understand how armor works, so you don't understand why this is so good. Dude, I've had characters with 100k armor. You don't even get close to 90% DR. Now, you do if you stack PDR. If you had armor on top of this PDR, oh my god, you would hit 90% physical. You could hit this guy could hit 90% PDR. What easily? This is broken. This is broken. Assuming you can get good evasion rating. I mean, 40% less is pretty bad. The one thing I don't like about it is this. What is it, chat? Yes, you can't go acrobatics. Because if I was to go evasion, I would want to go acrobatics. But if you take this, then you can't go acrobatics, which basically kind of like definitely taints it a bit. This is one of the strongest nodes in the game. Okay, that's what you need to understand. Okay, it's very, 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 very strong. Like most attacks in the game have a physical component, and that's what kills most players. Most players die to phys damage. Most players die to phys damage. This is ridiculous. Like, it's insane. This is insane. This won't be percent PDR, it will be evasion equals armor. You are completely wrong. Read it. Evasion rating also grants physical damage reduction. I mean, if it does evasion rating to armor, it would just say gain armor as evasion rating, right? I mean, we don't know. It might say. I mean, we need to know more of this. We need to know more about this, because I'm guessing it just translates into PDR. Yeah, it does say evasion rating, not evasion chance. It could be like a flat reduction off, like, so if you have 5,000 evasion rating, it does a flat reduction. Like, but then that would be broken as well. We need to see, do you know what? We need to see the formula behind this. We'll change this to maybe broken. Because this tooltip is so vague, this could be completely broken, or it could also be completely dog shit. That's a TLDR. It could be completely broken or completely dog shit. It's not good wording. Faith is a choice. Grant skill meditate. Okay, we don't have to pick this, right? 3. Okay, thank God. Channels to recharge energy shield can overcharge energy shield up to double normal maximum. Channeling ends when you take damage or your energy shield is double normal maximum. The skill cannot be used if your energy shield is already double its normal maximum energy shield. Okay, well there you go. This could be strong if you, like, you know, meditate at the right times and you just don't get hit ever. I could see that being pretty strong. Gain 10% of damage, extra cold damage on freezing enemies. Create chill ground. Okay. Gain 10% of lightning damage. 25% chance on shocking enemies to create shock ground. Yeah, okay, pretty solid. Unbound Avatar. This is the one we have this in PoE 1. Gain Unbound Fury by inflicting unbound elemental ailments with hits on enemies. Once you reach maximum Unbound Fury, consume it to become unbound for a duration, vastly augmenting your elemental prowess. Yes, that's just the same one from... This is what are they called? The Warden. This is just the Warden thing? Yep. Meta skills gain 35% more energy. This is pretty strong. This is pretty strong. 35% more procs for your auto proc shit. So if you're trying to make like some auto bombing guy, 35% more procs. Meta skills are skills which have skills inside them. So you play Magicraft to understand this. If you want to understand this, play Magicraft. It's literally that's the stat in Magicraft that says your wands fill the energy bar 35% faster. It's the same. It's the same one. Basically, in PoE 2, there's gems that you put gems into, right? And there's a meta skills, and it says when you fill up this bar, right, this happens, right, and it does that skill. Right? So it just says you proc this bar 35% faster. That's what it's saying. So basically the auto proc meta skill things, depending on how the meta skill read, it could read a bunch of different ways. The TLDR is they all have energy and they gain energy, and then once they gain energy they do the thing. Right? And the thing is like depending on what you put in and whatever. But it just means it's gonna proc those things 35% more often. Which is, strong if you're doing a build that is heavily invested in that. Oh wow! That's neat. The fact they specify non-negative. So then you can get negative enemy res. And then it's... do you know what's sad about this, chat? Is this got nerfed massive. So it's buffed, right? If they just changed this wording in PoE 1, it'd be a buff. But this, relatively speaking, between the games got nerfed because penetration is so vast now in this game. Like if you look at the nodes on this tree, it's so much easier to get pin. You can see here, like, damage penetrates 18% res. Damage penetrates 15 res. Damage penetrates 15 res. Damage penetrates 15. Like these numbers are insane, right? They're huge. So it seems like pin is a lot more accessible. And then because pin's far more accessible, what that means is that you get less value from a talent that ignores enemy res. Just, whoa, you save a bunch of nodes. You are right, though. You are correct. You know, if you save, like, 7 nodes in the tree, right? Let's say you save 7 nodes in the tree. Like, 7 times 5, right? That's 35% damage. So crit cap, and then you gain 35% more damage or something. Okay. It's pretty strong. And you can't cuck yourself. Because of this new wording, where it says it ignores non-negative. Well, it doesn't make them take less damage if they're negative, right? Which is what it does in PoE1. Grants elemental... Okay, what's this? Elemental expression. Trigger elemental expression on melee critical hit. Creates a fire explosion, an arcing bolt of lightning, or an icy wave. Nah, bro! They do a wild strike at a character! The chance of an explosion is proportional to your strength. For a bolt of lightning, to your dex. For a wave of int. Oh, so it's a ratio. So if you had like 100 dex, 100 int, 100 strength, it's going to be 33, 33, 33. But if you did like 1 dex, 1 int, and 98. I mean, you get the idea. Yeah, so it's just a ratio. Interesting. Yeah, I would be dex. I'd be dex stacking. Dex stacking for evasion and also Giga bolts. Then link it up to chain for insane clear. Would need to be correct. Then also don't have to invest into pin. Plus procs the bolts. Yeah, so what it'd be is it'd be an evasion stacking crit dex guy. And the way it would work is you would crit with an ability. It's shooting out lightning bolts. So then you're doing 2 6-links because this will be 6-link. Your other thing will be 6-linked. Then because you're critting, you're ignoring their res, so you don't need any pin. And then you're abusing the protect from harm. So it'll be a 2. It'll be a 2. Oh wait, can I even get it? Oh fuck. 2 1. I don't know if I can even do it. Oh, you can. 2189. You can. Yeah. It'll be a 2189. I must admit, the good monk looks pretty strong. Entire decision whether or not this is good or not hinges on the PDR node. Entire build relies on PDR node being good. Yeah, so we don't know. We need clarification as to how this works. Because this is either fucking giga broken or giga mid. Or just okay. We don't know. If it's like percent-based PDR and it gives you a good amount, it's broken. If it's not percent-based and it's some stupid flat thing and it's some awful scaling value, it's trash. All right, so this one here, we already looked completely broken. Let's have a look here. So Mana Leech is instant. All right, boom. You cannot recharge Energy Shield. Mana Leech also recover Energy Shield. So this is just really strong. This is really strong. Plus 10 max Chaos Res. Chaos Res is doubled. That's such a nice one, isn't it? That one's just really strong. It's super quality of life and really strong. Okay, we got Reality Rending. 7% chance to gain 100% of damage with hits as extra cast damage. 13% chance to gain 50% damage with hits as extra cast damage. 23% chance to gain 25% with hits and extra cast damage. Okay, do we work out these values right now? Let's work out these values. 100 times by 0.07. 7% more. More. Wait, do we have... Wait, can you proc 2 at once? Let's read the verb here. Let's look at the words here. 23% chance to gain 25%. Ascendancies of Chaos. I think you can have all. You can multi-proc, right? Looks like you can multi-proc. It doesn't say or. It just seems like 3 different procs you can have. So you can have all 3. So it's just plus it again now. So it's 7 plus 6.5 plus 5.75. So it's 19.25% more damage. Monk, Chaos Monk, random node equals 19.25% more. So maybe good for potent. And what's scaling? Obviously it's chaos damage, but if you can scale it, doesn't matter. Yeah, so like think about it. If you could shock with chaos damage, then you could do a big ass shock 7% of the time, right? If you could, you know, whatever, ignite with chaos damage, then you could do a big ass ignite 7% of the time. And I mean, sometimes, I mean, you could do. Wait, is it 0.23? I'm trying to figure out what is the chance of all 3 proccing at the same time. 0.2%. 0.2%. I did it right. Oh, so I did it right. Okay, so I'm retarded. Into the breach. 5. Creates a breach around you, allowing you to see the flames of Chayula. You are now considered to be in a breach while the skill is active. Oh, shit. You are considered to be in a breach. You were in the breach. Wait, does that mean... Do the breach rings have some sort of in-breach function? Is there some sort of breach ring functionality? No, the 50% qual on the breach ring... But is it like... There must be a breach-specific mod. No. Breach rings right now get up to 50% qual. But I'm guessing there must be a breach ring specific mod or something. Why would they have this otherwise? The TLDR is this is going to have something extra. There will be a mod on a unique. There will be a mod on an item. There will be a specific breach ring base type. Something like this. That... Well, then, yeah. Or maybe there'll be an Atlas Tree passive that gives you a damage boost. That seems gimmicky, though. TLDR is... They wouldn't design this if there was no purpose. Surely. Effective duration of Flames of Chayula on you is double. Collecting Flames of Chayula grants the following bonuses. Red Flames grant 7% leech. Wait, Red Flames? Leech 7% of your maximum life to you. Wait, Red Flames of Chayula. I'm just, again, chat, you read that and you're like, yeah, it leeches 7% life to you. What are you talking about, bro? I'm trying to understand what that means. I'm trying to digest here, chat. Okay, Red Flames leech 7% of your max life to you. So wait, it transfers your max life and it turns it into a leech instance on you. So it's like a little hot. Okay. 7% of your maximum mana to you. Okay, it's like a little mana hot. So red good of your life. If you're doing a mom build, blue good. Purple flames to Chayula provide a stacking buff, granting 7% of damage as cast damage for 5 seconds. Stacks up to 10 times. Huh? I mean, if you can stack that up, that's 70% damage, bro. Effective duration of flames to Chayula is double. I mean, what the fuck? Chaos Monk, Breach Node. I mean, 70% more damage. Yeah, so basically, chat, if you can be fucked picking up these things, you're going to get 140% more damage. I'm guessing it's possible to maintain it. I'm guessing it's possible. They wouldn't have it there if it wasn't possible to maintain. Then again, you only need to have 2 stacks for it to be viable. Maybe it's designed to be like, okay, sometimes you get 2 stacks, sometimes you get 3 stacks. It depends on how cancer they are to loot. Like, do they spawn off the edge of the screen? Are they going to be on you most of the time? So you basically play a minigame. But you got to remember, it's 140% more damage, but you have downtime because you have to run to the spots all the time. So then it's not 140% more damage. So then it needs to be balanced around that. So even if you got on average had 2 stacks, that would still be a bad node, right? You need to be maintaining at least 3 or 4 stacks for it to be good. At least. It'd be like a weird minigame though, like constantly being in like some breach thing with these like circles on the ground that you pick up. It's like a little minigame. I don't know. Look how many spawn. There was a lot spawning in that gameplay. You are right.
In order to earn more points, you will need to defeat Zesht at a higher difficulty, and some rewards from Zesht can only be found by increasing the difficulty of the Twisted Domain above certain thresholds.
Wait, so he's at 3 stacks right now.
Defeating Zesht at difficulty 4 will be a challenge indeed, but there are many more threats in Breaklast.
Yes, so it's those.
Above certain.
So I thought it was like little Tempest looking things, but it's not. It's like these little. It's like these little fucking. It's these little things.
Thresholds. Defeating Zesht at difficulty 4 will be a challenge indeed, but there are many more. And all as you get from class, you will need to defeat Zesht at a higher difficulty, and some rewards from Zesht can only be found by increasing.
Whoa, so that's purple, purple, purple right there. Well, you're gonna have downtime. I don't know if it is janky. Although, definitely, you could be focused on picking these things up and then just die to a mechanic. And, like, when you're fighting an uber boss, do you really want to be running around picking these things up? Like, you're fighting some boss that's going to one-tap you, right? And kill you. Do you really want to be picking those up? But then again, if it's for 140% more damage, then yeah, you do want to pick it up, right? Pick them up and then one-shot. If it's for 140% more damage, I mean, yeah. Okay, that's a weird one. That's a weird one for sure. Log in. Okay, Embrace the Darkness. Remove all spirit. Base maximum darkness is 100. For each life and any shell with loss of damage, reserve 1 darkness. We worked this out, right? It's 800. Yeah, I remember thinking it's kind of like, whatever, bro. I remember thinking it's kind of like, whatever, bro. Like, fucking, whatever, bro. Like, I look at that and I'm like, eh, whatever, bro. I'm like, whatever, bro. Next note, where are we? So wait, base is 100, plus 5 per level, so plus 5 times 100, 500, so it's 600. Darkness. Each life energy shield loss of damage with 1 darkness. If possible, darkness duration lasts 10 seconds. So yeah, so you basically get 600 life extra. Okay, 1% of extra cast damage per unreserved darkness. So this is like, if you don't get hit, so you get 600 unreserved, divide by 20. So 30%. Fuck that. Fuck that. 50% reduced darkness reservation duration. Fuck that, dude. Wait, there has to be more ways of getting darkness, right? Like, you would think that it would say something like, all spirit gain converted to darkness. Right? And then you could get spirit to scale your darkness up or something. Like, because this seems terrible. Like, this seems terrible, bro. 600, and then you get 30% extra, like, 2 points. So, oh, yeah, I get 600 extra fucking life, and what, at level 100? And 30% extra damage as chaos? If I don't take damage? Like, am I really going to pick that over, like, the one that says 140% damage? I mean, I still think... Where are I? My fucking original meme that I was thinking for that would be still pretty potent. Where are we? Mana stacking more monk with breach nodes. Get up to 140% extra damage as perhaps figure out a way to extend buffs on self. Right. The TLDR of the Chaos Monk chat. TLDR of the Chaos Monk. If you can stand the janky gameplay of running around picking things up, his damage is going to be broken. On top of that, if there are skills that can inflict ailments with chaos damage, then he's going to be broken. And on top of that, if there's not some crazy leech resistance thing, getting instant mana leech combined with minor matter, that's also going to be broken. But there's... Okay, now you imagine the reverse, right? There's no abilities that do ailments with chaos damage. Mana resistance... what do you call it? Leech resistance on mobs is insane. And so you can't leech mana versus any mobs, and then that node is dead. And, oh, those flames that are spawning hardly ever up, and you have, like, 0 uptime on this, and you get around. It could be complete cancer. Like, the TLDR is... This totally is like a thing where you've just got to try it. And then depending on how the mechanics of PoE2 work, it's either going to be broken or it's going to be like just pretty good. Well, poison is one of these things where it's the one element where you don't really want to do one. I mean, you could do a single hit of big poison. You want to stack multiple, so then you don't gain the benefit with this. TLDR, you don't know anything. No, that's completely incorrect. No. Based on what we know, I can tell you right now that Gemling is straight up broken. Really, really good. Blood check is going to be very strong. No, a bunch of them are. This one here is just, this one here. We know a lot about the game. We don't know anything about leech. All we know is monsters have leech resistance. Depending on how ridiculous the leech resistance is, this node here is going to be very strong or shit. This is okay. And this one here, where it grants you a skill that summons things, we have a single footage from early access build that may have changed. And the fact that this does 140% more tells me that you're not going to be able to have 100% uptime of these things, which then means it could be complete cancer. Again, we don't know how that's going to play until you get into the game. It's just, whereas I can tell you, on the Gemling Legionnaire, yes, having an extra 2,000 life is good. Yes, 2,000 life for 2 points on a tree, that's good. Fucking having 20 max race, that's good. Like, yes, that's strong. Having 20% quality skills, this one here we don't know, actually. We don't, because we don't know the quals. But the Chaos Monk has a bunch of unknowns, so I'm not willing to, I don't think I'd legal launch that, honestly. Unless we find out more about it. And on top of that, mechanically, trying to learn bosses while also trying to pick up those orbs, that just sounds like not that good.